So, so the reason why this guy here looks to be a fascist, as if there's no confidence on the board, the inspector looks like a fascist, is because if this person was liberal, that would then tell you, depending on how the board's gone, that other people coming up, whether or not they're chancellors or presidents, that they would be fascists. If these two are both liberal, both call each other's, well, sorry, that yellow's called this guy a liberal. That would tell you that someone else is coming up. So now, if the fascists are playing correctly, they should then be causing a conflict somewhere. So there should be a conflict coming up. Now, if that's not the case, and this person is a fascist calling this person liberal, and there are no conflicts, the reason why you can another reason why you think this guy's a fascist is because say his other fascist has either gone first and hasn't either had the chance to play a fascist card because they were either got triple F, they're either playing off a triple F and not causing a conflict, which I disagree with, or they got two liberals. So obviously, in all of those scenarios, they either have to make up a lib, just for reference. In this scenario, they would have to make up a lib, right? They would have to say, "Hey, I got a lib," even though they didn't. In the other scenario, they would have to pass. They're forced to pass a lib. Now, if they ditch this card here and pass this looks sus to everyone on the board because, like we said before, you need to be given people choices. Especially if you're a liberal, you want to give people choices to try and snuff out the fascists. So this looks really bad to everyone on the board. So they are forced to basically ditch a liberal here and then give the person a choice. So if their other fascist now is the inspector and inspects someone liberal, that other person probably I don't know if they would see play. This is where it gets a bit more complex, but there's probably better players than than that person that was either in these two scenarios, right? Because if they're in this scenario, the triple F, they don't really get seen playing to because we're people on the board are thinking, oh, he could have had a lib but ditched it. And in this scenario here, if he doesn't tell the board that he ditched the lib, well, normally before a reshuffle there are 4 or 5 libs claimed. I would say I'd lean more towards 5 than 4, and definitely not 6. Anything outside that scope is sus on presidents if there are no conflicts on the board. So if he does not out that he was given that he drew 2 libs, then it puts sus on every single president because it looks like one of them's ditched. So he's not going to see play ever, and he's not going to see play in this scenario. So you've got an inspector calling someone lib, the other fascist tied up in this pretty much a mess here, and then this person being called lib being tested because you would always test this guy with presidencies and chancellorships before Hitler territory, and then he's looking really nice now because obviously he is a lib, so he's going to play really good. He's going to play liberals to most likely another liberal because he's not going to go to this fash. He's not going to go back to his inspector on the basis that his inspector could be Hitler calling this person liberal. He could be a liberal calling this person liberal, or he could be a fash calling him liberal. Even though I don't like, off the top of my head right now, I'm not liking the idea of calling as being a fash calling this person liberal. But it also depends on the board state. Now, if there are no conflicts, I would probably call that fascist, but I would have to think about that a bit more though. So yeah, so that's probably the best way I can think of off the top of my head to explain it. That means basically these two would never see play, and then that would basically mean that more libs are seeing play. Hitler again can't, or he can, but can't really cause a conflict with anyone else here. So pretty much libs are just going to get played off of that, and then they keep played. So once the bullet comes up, you pretty much know based on all of that information that this guy is a fascist.